Oi, oi. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Not good night yet. How we all doing? Happy Monday. I guess. I don't know. What went on this last weekend? Why is it a happy Monday? Maybe your NFL team is in the playoffs. Maybe you're not a Leafs fan. You're not from Canada because your junior hockey championship, you cannot get past the semifinals for the third year in a row. Oh, must be killing them. The U.S. lost, though. They were trying to go for their third championship in a row, but they lost in the quarters, so not a whole lot better. But I love hockey. What can I say? We're under 100 days until opening day for baseball, too. So, like in a month and a week, so like 5 weeks, pitchers and catchers will be reporting, which is pretty exciting. Get some baseball going. We got I want to say we've got some like Dominican stuff, but what's going on in South America is ridiculous. So I don't know how much of that's going to happen. Second worst Monday of the year. Well, I am not a football fan, so I'm sorry that it's a bad day for you. I did see like 8 coaches got fired. I think, is that more of an NFL thing where as soon as the season's over, just everybody gets fired immediately? And I did see Don Mattingly is going to be the bench coach for the Phillies this year. So I'll be rooting against his team actively, which is always hard, but good. I'm glad Don is getting work. I mean, he was clearly going to get work somewhere. I think he wants to manage again, though. He's just bouncing around from team to team as bench coach until somebody's like, all right, we're firing our manager. You're the manager now. All right. The NFL calls it Black Monday. I saw Pete Carroll got canned after 1 season. Boy, it's weird. You know, you'd think these teams that used to be in Oakland would have good leadership, and it's just like they don't. Real weird. What do you say we do some dailies? We need to get the taste of last week out of our mouths, because last week was not good. We went 6 and was it 6-3 or was it 5? I think we might have gone 5-4 last week. It was ugly. What? Oh no. We went 5-3 last week because we got the last one, but there was a problem. We hit a home run, but there was a problem with the thing, so that didn't count. I counted it in the stats down below. I counted it because I definitely hit a home run. So we got that going. So we'll start over again. We're going 9-0 this week. 7-2 with 3 home runs. So I went 6-3 with 3 home runs. The record wasn't as good, but I did get an extra home run in there. And I think they were all legit too. So that's pretty cool. Doesn't happen a lot for me. All right, let's see what we got this week. All right. Let's go with, I don't know, third base. All right. Well, we've got Michael Jack here at third, and I was going to say Brooks Robinson. Clearly, I don't think we're just going by first names here. So, let's see. Around Schmitty's time, am I in danger in one of these 3 games of being gypped again? let's see. Let's go. Oh, I mean, since we know what the away team is, we'll go with the Phillies first. I don't know of a Herb Brooks. We're talking hockey. Herb Brooks. All right, let's go Phils. Send it. We got the visiting team. Oh, by the way, Paul, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of something I've been working on, related to your game. I'd ask you about it in the past, but I have a working demo of the never-ending starting nine game. Like a very loose working demo, but it is working. All right, so Brooks at third. It's clearly not Herb Brooks. Brooks from Shawshank. It's every Brooks. What other Brooks are there? Herb Brooks and then Shawshank Redemption are the only Brooks. All right, well, let's go. This was the pattern that worked 2 weeks ago. So we'll go third base and we'll go pitcher. All right, we got Jerry Koosman, and is this Walt Terrell? Walt Terrell? See, if this was Tom Brookins, then I would be like, oh, well, that's the Tigers. Brooks was here. Did the Phillies play the Tigers in the World Series? Was that 82 or something like that? All right, well, we're going to go with the Tigers. Just in case that is Walt Terrell. No, it is not. All right. Let's go catcher. Can we get somebody that is not in the bottom of the lineup here? All right, I'm going to assume that this is a National League game. Terrell Brooks. I mean, it could be the Expos. Mike Fitzgerald. Well, that doesn't help me a lot. Mike Fitzgerald. Like, the name seems familiar, but I don't know. Hold on. The bird is just in my ear today. That high-pitched squeak, and it just burrows in my ear, and just, I already have issues. National League. I swear that's Walt Terrell, but I don't know who else he played for other than the Tigers. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do the Expos. No. All right. I need somebody at the top of this damn lineup. Let's go first base. Somebody's got to have some power. Okay, well, now, this is an all-star game. No, it's not an all-star game. This isn't the Mets. Is this Willie Hernandez? Oh, this game's giving me a coronary. I mean, this could be the 84 Mets. If that's the case, I mean, who can we put in here? We could put in, if this is the 84 Mets, or maybe the 85, just like right after Keith was traded. San Diego and the Mets. Well, I think I know who it is, but who could we put? Rusty Staub, I assume would be. I'm assuming Keith took most of his ABs away from him. I don't know if George Foster was on the team at this point. Obviously no Kid. Was Hojo on this team? Hubie Brooks. There you go. Hubie Brooks. All right. Well, we know who this is. Let's see if we can pick somebody out. I don't think Hojo was at, well, Hubie's at third. Rafael Santana at shortstop. Second base. Oh, at second base, we might get like the Tuffle Shuffle. We might get Tim Tuffle. Might get Lee Mazzilli in here somewhere. I don't know when Mookie came over. This is before Straw. So let's go second base and see if we can get Tim Tuffle in here. Nope, we got Ron Gardenhire. Okay. Well, it took a long time to get there, but we got there.
Oh, doctor! You can hang a star on that, baby!
Wow. Wally Backman? Yeah, man. We got Ron Gardenhire instead. All right. I got the year right. April 29th, 1984. Phillies make 6 errors, lose game and series to the Metropolitans by Steve Gnader. Gnader. One of the two. Ginade. I just make everything French. It's Steven Ginade. All right, we got a 238 in chat already. 1984, 6 errors, 20 hits. I'm going to say that this is closer to 3 hours. Excuse me. I'm going to say this is 254. 2 hours and 54 minutes. Get your over-unders in. Last week, we did have one that I hit right on the dot, and then one that I was 2 minutes off of. Very close. If one goes pitcher and gets Koosman, they would likely back into. Yeah, if you picked Koosman before Schmidt. Juan Samuel, I think, was a Met at one point. Len Matuzak, I'm not sure about. Ozzie Virgil, I don't think was a Met. But interesting, yeah, there are some Met names in there. You're going under 254. All right, let's see what we got. Just missed it. Oh, wow, Brian just missed it for sure. 1 minute. Nice work. Nice work. Let's see, 238. Who else was on in here? We got Schmitty, we got Joe Lefebvre. If it's Lefebvre. No, is that Lefevre? Lefebvre. Just like I was making It's Always Sunny in reference, and then it turned out to be true. We got Glenbow in here. Nice. We got 5 for 1 in here. We got Ivan de Jesus as well, and the Grosses. And then for the Metropolitans, Foster was in left, so he was there. We got Hosea Kendo. Straw was there already, and Mookie. And then there was Hubie. And I was right, though. It was Walt Terrell. Joe Lefebvre from Concord, New Hampshire. Trying to think of what Lefebvre's first name was, and It's Always Sunny. Not going to come back to me. I didn't know Straw was there that early, but all right. We're off to a win at least. We're better this week already. Although I think we went 3-0 on Monday. I'm not sure. All right. Nailed it. So, you live in Concord. Okay. Well, that's. Oh, you know what I found out? I was watching a Baseball Doesn't Exist. He has a 2-hour. It's not new either. I just hadn't watched it. He has a 2-hour video on YouTube about labor in baseball. And I was like, 2 hours on labor? I don't know. It was, first of all, Baseball Doesn't Exist is an awesome channel. He does a great job. But still, I was like, 2 hours. Loved it. It was so great. It was entertaining. At no point was I like, 2 hours. It was a really good video. But Curt Flood apparently while he was holding out, bought a home in Martinez, which, if you're here at all, you know is close to where I live right now and is where Ralph Kiner went to high school. Martinez is just the place to, and Ricky used to hang out in Martinez. Was a member of the gun club over there, apparently. Martinez is the hot spot for baseball players, apparently. All right, next game. Let's go. Third base. Oh, okay. This is going to be the Orioles and the Angels. My guess right now. We got Doug DeCinces at third and Jack Howell at third. So I know DeCinces ends up in California, but I know he came up in Baltimore because he's one of my guys. So is Jack Howell. I don't know why. So now we just need to guess. Are we trying to get the Orioles or are we trying to get the Angels? Nope, I don't think this is Roy. I think this is Jack. This is Jack Howell. I'm putting money on it. Now, I'm leaning towards the Angels. But I don't know. And now I'm also questioning, is that how Jack Howell spelled his last name? Which then makes me lean towards the Orioles. But I'm fairly certain that's how he spells his. All right, we're doing the Angels. Let's see, we need Los Angeles Angels. All right, here we go. Hold on to your butts. And it's not. It's just not. All right. All right. Well, if this is the Angels, this is the Orioles, we're going to go with shortstop. All right. This is apparently the Yankees, I think. And I don't know who Nordbrook is. I think that was OJ's character in Naked Gun. But that is how Jack Howell spells his last name. All right, we're going to... I mean, is this before Rip? Or, but, okay, now Rip didn't just come up, start at shortstop, and stay there until 1991 or whenever. Was it 90? Not 91, 94. Yeah, I know OJ was Norberg, but that's as close as I could get. This is probably still the Orioles then. Let's go Baltimore. I am really good at getting one team. The team we don't need. All right. So Norbrook. Jack Howell. I only know Jack Howell as a Angel and maybe a Royal. No George Brett if that's the case. Let's go to the outfield. We haven't been to the outfield today. Woods. I was really kind of hoping to see like Willie Wilson or somebody there. Woods. Not Tiger, clearly. It's not L. Never seen a whatever movie Elle Woods. Brooks and Norbrook today. Yeah. Alvis Woods. I don't know who Alvis Woods is. Legally Blonde. Yes, that's the. I've never seen any of those movies, but I do know her name is Elle Woods. All right. I don't even know if Jack Howell played for Kansas City, but for some reason I think he did. We're going to go with it. I don't know. No. All right, let's go first base. This is in a time when at least there were some big bats at first. Ron Fairly. All right. Now, I know Ron Fairly played for the Giants or the Dodgers, but I mean, this could be a World Series game. Ron Fairly. Big Red, I think was his nickname. I don't remember. I know he's ginger. He actually worked for a very long time as a color guy. Or no, actually I think he did play-by-play, and he did the Mariners while I was in school, and I hated him. I thought he was awful. So if this, I mean, that could only be the Dodgers if this is a National League team. I'm just trying to remember what year the Orioles went to the World Series, who it was against, and it might have been the Dodgers. Because Jack Howell in the National League. James Woods, yeah, for the Nats. Jeez, I wish I knew if this is a World Series game or not. Ron Fairly. The Ripken Orioles played the Phillies. Thank you. That is helpful. That means that this is an American League team. God, it could be the Mariners. I just don't know who Ron Fairly played for or who else Jack Howell played for. White Sox, Tigers, I don't know. Yankees, Red Sox. I mean, it could be the Blue Jays. No, Jack Howell was not on the Blue Jays. Rangers, don't know. We did the Angels. It's not the A's, I don't think. Royals, God, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go with the Mariners. These have been hard these last couple of weeks. Yeah, I missed a contemporary game last week. Like a 2000s game I missed. I think it was the Nats or the Fish or somebody. So I understand why I missed it, but all right, let's go Mariners. Ugh. All right. Last guess. Should we go pitcher? Hell, is there a DH? Had a Howell as a pitcher. Well, that doesn't help me when this one's at third. Do we go with DH? Like, what year was expansion? Was it 77? And wasn't the DH, or was the DH in 77 as well? Like, I feel, no, I'm not going to risk it. But Eddie Murray, was Eddie Murray playing before the DH in the American League? 77. 73 was DH. All right, this is what we're doing. We're going DH. Please don't let this be a World Series game where there's no DH. All right, here we go. Doug Rader. I know who he managed. Don't know who he played for. I have no idea who Doug Rader played for. Huh. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the Rangers now. I can kind of see Dick Howell in a Rangers jersey, actually. Could be Dave Rader. Murray rookie card, 1978. I'm pretty sure that that's Doug Rader. I don't know who Dave Rader is. Watch, it's not going to be Jack Howell. It's not going to be Ron Fairley. Going to find out the home pitcher is a Hall of Famer. Gaylord Perry, isn't it? This is the Rangers. All right, I've made up my mind. This is the Texas Rangers. Please let it be the Rangers.
Post-game show is brought to you by... Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
September 15th, 1977. Orioles manager Earl Weaver forfeits game at pennant race over a tarpaulin. Why did we call it tarpaulins before? Why is it now just a tarp? Is there a difference between a tarpaulin and a tarp? And why is Vince Coleman still angry? Frankly, Vince Coleman should be angry anyway about that. That was lame. Larry Del Filippo. Well, I've done it again. A relatively modern game, and I've biffed it. Let's see. 4-0, 1977. That Rusty Torres was not involved in. Interesting. $1.47. Okay, well, I don't have all the information here. How long did this game go? 5 innings? Did it have to be 5 innings? And if you forfeit a game, isn't the score supposed to be 9-0? I got questions. I don't have all the information here. All right. If you're going to say $1.47, though, I'm going to say $1.48 because I don't have all the information here. So I cannot make a true guess. So I'm just going to go, went 7 innings. I'm going to go $1.48. You go $1.47 and go $1.48. All right, get your over-unders in. Here we go. 105. Game was forfeited by the home team. This game ended early as a forfeit to the Blue Jays after Earl Weaver removed his team from the field in the 5th inning and refused to continue play. Weaver felt that a tarp covering the bullpen mound in foul territory represented an injury risk, and the umpire refused to have the tarpaulin removed. I gotta say, I'm on Earl's side here. Who covers up the bullpen in foul territory? I'm on Earl's side. All right, let's see. We got the Orioles easy. Anybody here? We have a Rick Cerrone sighting. Jim Clancy is not in the Hall of Fame. What's going on? Going to find out the home pit. Oh, because are you just saying that because I didn't choose pitcher? Well, you know what, though? Jim Clancy would have given me the Blue Jays. Dave McKay, strength and conditioning coach for the A's during their Bash Brothers. Probably a proponent of steroids. He sure looked like it. Rick Cerrone, famous model and singer. Ron Fairley was Doug Rader. Roy Howell. It was Roy, not my boy Steve Howell. Steve Howell. Now I've forgotten his name as well. Gary Woods and Al Woods. That's strange. Doesn't it usually put a first initial when there's multiple names? Ross Grimsley. Did we do I think we did a story on Ross, right? I don't even remember anymore. Oh, yeah, we just did it. Scuzz and Crazy Eyes. Son of Ross Grimsley. I'm like, that name seems familiar. I literally cannot keep track after 300 episodes. Even the last episode we did of who we've covered. All right, that was a rough one. Not my best moment. Not my best moment. We had a 2-strike noise Hall of Famer, and I didn't get it. All right, we got to do better here. Let's go. Third base. Home Run Baker tells me one team, and Gardner. Don't know. All right, we're going to go with the A's. I don't know who else Home Run Baker played for. Maybe it was just Philadelphia. Don't know. Pitcher. Shockey and Foster. Don't know. I always thought his last name was just Baker, though. Home run played for the Yankees, too. Well, Paul, when you see my my little bit of work, you'll see some magic. Some magic will happen. Shockey. Wasn't there a tight end, Jeremy Shockey? I don't think he spelled his name that way, but didn't he played for the Saints and then the Seahawks? I'm a big football guy, I'm not going to lie. Bob Shockey. Yeah, I don't know that name. All right, so if we're saying that these guys played for the Yankees and we picked the Yankees, then we're clearly going to need the home team. Just saying. And since it's the Yankees, this could be a World Series game. Jeremy Shockey, New York Giants. The Giants, that's right. But he also, who else am I thinking? There was some tight end that played for the Saints and was really good, and then he came to the Seahawks for a while and didn't do anything. I guess it wasn't Jeremy Shockey. All right. Let's go. Well, Home Run Baker gives us a era, at least. Let's go Jimmy Graham. There you go. That's the name. That's the name. He didn't do anything in Seattle. I remember because I had to be at those games. That's the only reason I know that. Let's go. All right, let's go center field. Let's go to the outfield again. That didn't work for us last time. Walker. Pretty sure that's not Moses Fleetwood or Jimmy J.J. Walker. Dynamite. Or what was his name? He was at, now we're going into my basketball knowledge. Kenny Walker. Isn't that his name? Kenny Skywalker. He won the dunk contest in the 80s. I think Jordan must have sat it out, like said, I'm not doing this anymore. And then he won. He was a Knick. I think his name was Kenny Skywalker. Herschel Walker. Oh, God. Fuck that guy. Sky, obviously being his nickname. Walker, center fielder. I mean, none of that's going to help me. See now, back in the 80s and 90s, I was obviously, baseball was my number one thing, but I was still involved. I say involved. I was still engaged in every other sport. I was also doing Dixie Walker. That might be the case. I was doing sports on the radio, so I kind of had to know a lot about everything, including jazz talk. So I had to know about basketball. I legit have no idea. Like Dixie Walker, I know that name, but I don't know. I'm just going to throw a team out there. Let's go with the Guards. I don't know why. I'm going with the Guards. Nope. All right. Let's go back to the infield. Let's go catcher. Why not? God, I hate when I just get these bottom. I never get anybody at the top of the order. Kerrigan. Nancy Kerrigan. I don't know. Joe Kerrigan. I don't know what that is. It popped in my head. Nunamaker. Have not heard that one. Kerrigan. I got no idea here. This could be a World Series game because it's the Yankees. I legit have just no idea. You know what? We haven't had a Red Sox yet. We haven't had a Red Sox yet this week. When in doubt and you haven't had a Red Sox game, just assume it's Bill Nowlin. June 21st, 1916. Rube Foster throws first Red Sox no-hitter at Fenway Park by the Honorable and prolific Bill Nowlin. 2-0 no-hitter over the Yankees, 1916. We're in the hour and a half House of David to start the trust me, I already guessed the Phillies in the first game, and I was wrong. I thought there had to be a Phillies game in there. All right, time of game. 2-0 no-hitter in 1916. I'm guessing some people missed this game. They had tickets for it, and they showed up a little late, got caught up in traffic. There was a horse pile up on the cobblestone streets leading to Fenway Park. There are 2 Red Sox weeks upcoming. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, we got a $1.36. We got a $1.14. I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to say 122. This was a quickie. They didn't even warm up in between innings. This is getaway day. 122. No, 126. I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. The 4 minutes. 126. Get your over-unders in. And let's see what we did. Good thing I bumped it up. I think, right? What did I say originally? I said 125. I think I said 122. So I would have just gotten in under that. Brian got it. Matt, you just missed it. Paul, win with the over. I mean, I'll take it. I didn't have a good day today. Rube Foster was on the mound. That wouldn't have helped. I don't think of Rube Foster in the Red Sox. I don't know. Oh, this is clearly not the Rube Foster. Yeah, that's clearly not Rube Foster. That's a different George Foster. Bill Corrigan, Everett Scott. See, I wouldn't have put Everett there. If I got the whole name, that would have helped him with the Red Sox, I think. Duffy Lewis, Harry Hooper. Again, if I had the whole name, that might have helped me with the Red Sox. Wally Pipp, that would have got us, and Roger Peckinpah. I mean, we already got the Yankees, but... And the late Ray Caldwell pinch hit in this game. Bob Shockey. I want to know about Bob Shockey here. 3 World Series ERA title. Yankees came up with the A's. Wow. An 8.2 WAR, 20-13 with a 2.45 ERA. This guy is... Now, I mean, I guess he didn't even have 200 wins, but I mean, when you look at, and he didn't strike out many, and he walked his, this guy was a really good pitcher. He just, I mean, he played during the dead ball era, so I guess these numbers are a little low. All right. We'll take it. All right, so to start off the week here, 2-1. Better than last week, probably. I'm struggling with this game lately. I'm not going to lie. I'm not doing well. Thank you, Paul, very much for the game, keeping us on here. I really appreciate it. Once I get my laptop open, I will take some screenshots of some stuff I'm doing, and I will send it to you in a DM and get your opinion on it. All right. We will do the next 3 on Wednesday. See if we can go 8-1. That's our goal at this point. 8-1. All right. Let's do, I guess we can do a quick A's here. It looks like walks by year. So we got 97, 2006, 2013, and 2024. So this is just a matter of putting people in their proper years, which will probably be a bit of a chore for me. Xavi, Mac, Kendall is here, and then Coco is there. I think we nailed it. 97. Was Xavi on the... Well, I mean, they weren't on the... It's got to be it. No. It's got to be... It's got to be Xavi and Jambi. Nailed it. All right. On to the grid. It's Meme Monday. Let's see how many of these bad boys we can get. We got the Metropolitans, the Rangers, played outfield 1 game. We've got the Brew Crew, the Orioles in a 300-plus average season. Well, we have interesting. I'm trying to remember what Ricky hit for the Mets in 2000. Was it 300? I don't think it was. He had a great year. And then the next year is when he got released and went to the Mariners. But we could put him here, or we could put Mattingly in the Mattingly square. Now, I mean, we got to put Ricky here. We got to use Ricky first. Ricky comes first, even if at the expense of Don Mattingly. Ricky lost an MVP at the expense of Don Mattingly, so we're gonna go with Ricky. Done. But I like I like that you picked out the Mattingly square right from the beginning. All right. Played outfield for the Brewers. I want to go with Rob Deere here. Not really meme worthy, but it's Rob Deere. Yeah, we could put Keith there. All right. It's a good call.
Who does this guy think he is?
I'm Keith Hernandez.
Yes, you are. It's calculating, computing. I was playing an old grid last night, and I got a 0.0 .1 or maybe it was .001. I think I was the only person that ever chose that player. It was John Cerruti. That's who it was, John Cerruti. All right, well, Keith Hernandez is just infinite here. Middle or middle right, Pete Incaviglia. Right here, I don't remember Inky on the Orioles at all. I mean, obviously he must have been. I'm sure you're right. Pete Incaviglia on the Orioles. I'll take your word for it. Let's put him. Yeah, let's put him there. That's generally the Ricky square, I've figured. My God, what? BR has so many problems lately. It's frustrating. I do have 8 guesses left, though, for 6 squares, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's see. Played outfield. This one should... I kind of want to put Rob Deere there. Who else could we put? Who is more meme-worthy than Rob Deere that we can put for the Brewers? I'd say Gorman Thomas, but he wasn't an outfielder. Could have played there at some point. What about that's just the Brewers, yeah. The Pilots. I don't know if I don't know. I couldn't name you a pilot. Like, I'm pretty sure Lou Piniella was, but I don't think he played a game for the Pilots. Gorman was a center fielder? Really? Done. He photographs just so well. I love me some Gorman Thomas. I feel like he never washes anything, himself or his jerseys either. I bet Yount, as Mark would say. I bet Yount, or I don't know if Molly ever played the outfield for the Brewers, but I bet Yount's number 1 there. For the Orioles, the Orioles has to be Brady Anderson. Piniella was traded. Yeah, I remember he was. Doesn't he even have a baseball card in a Pilot's uniform? That's the only Pilot I can name, and I know he didn't play a game for them. All right. I'm feeling this is a very meme-worthy category. I like it. Inky is meme-worthy, and Mex is definitely meme-worthy. All right, we'll save the Mets for last. Let's go Rangers. We got Rangers 300 season and and the Brewers. Oh, we could have... I like Gorman there, but we could have put Dave Parker there as well. But I like Gorman. The Rangers and the Brewers, Mark McLemore, we could put there, probably. Not very meme-worthy. Let's see. Gaylord. Did Gaylord Perry pitch for the Brewers? I think he did. Because we could put Gaylord there. 69 card was a Pilot. We could put Gaylord Perry there if he pitched for the Brewers, which I think he did. Gaylord, not a Brewer. Okay. I like how you answer that. You put the name, not a, and then the team. It sounds just like O.J. Simpson, not a Jew. Julio. Oh, that's right. Julio Franco would work there and here. I used Ruben Sierra the other day for a really low score. Rafi would work. Mark Teixeira, but fuck that guy. And Rafi. Pudge would probably work. I don't know if Josh Hamilton would work. I wouldn't put him. Rangers. Yeah, I mean, Julio is pretty meme-worthy. And then we could put Rubo here. Ruben is meme-worthy. See if I can find it quickly. I only give myself so long. Or you know who else would work there? Oh, no, I guess I already said Rafi. Rafi and his Viagra would work there. Sosa might even work there. Where's the picture I'm thinking of Ruben? Ruben Sierra. There it is. That is meme worthy. Look at that jacket. And look at that. The Mariners were nice enough to put Two Strike Noise. I put our logo up for this photo shoot. I appreciate that. I don't remember this plexiglass at what was then Safeco. I do not remember that at all. And that's in right field. Wow. Boy, yeah, I don't remember that at all. But, I mean, that jacket is money. Money. All right, let's put Ruben here. And I guess we'll go Julio here. I don't know of anybody else that's really going to work there off the top of my head. Yeah, we'll do Julio. All right, now we got Mets. We got Mets and the Brewers, Mets and the Orioles. Let's see. I guess we just need some meme-worthy people from the Brewers. Rob Deere didn't play for the Mets. 296. Oh yeah, that would have been good if he would have done it. Mike Marshall. I don't remember Mike Marshall playing for either. I don't remember Mike Marshall playing for the Mets. I think I vaguely remember him for the Brewers. Vaguely. Bobby Bonilla. Okay, now I could Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember him for the Brewers, but yeah, we can put Bobby Bo here. That'll work. Oh, pitcher Mike Marshall. Then I certainly don't remember it, despite the fact I think Mark did a story on Mike Marshall. Or did I? Maybe I did. And it's like 300 innings in relief. Yeah, I think I did that one. Brewers and the Mets. I keep forgetting, who did Jose Reyes go and play? Not Jose Reyes. Ordonez. Not Ray Ordonez. Was it? He was the shortstop from Cuba. Yeah, it was Ray. Mike Cameron. That's a good one. I never remember who he played for after the Mets. What about Andy Chavez? Did Andy Chavez play for the? Yeah. I don't think it's Ray Ordonez. I think it's somebody, because Ray Ordonez played for the Cubs too, right? Let's just look up Ray Ordonez. I don't think that's who I'm thinking of. Nope, that is who I'm thinking of. Played for the Rays, the Rays and the Cubs. That is who I was thinking of. Somebody mistook. I've told this story. It was a rain delay in Atlanta, and I was sitting in the Mets dugout, and somebody thought I was Ray Ordonez. I've been mistaken for Ray Ordonez and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I look very similar to both of them. Fernando Vina, done. He's a Bay Area guy. I think he still lives over in like Walnut Creek. Fernando Vina. Our score for the day. Reload. Oh, you're kidding me. Not going to do this again. All right, we won. We won. Baseball Reference's website is just horse crap lately. Very frustrating. All right. We did it. Yay, us. All right. That will do it for a Monday. Good way to start the week off. We didn't do great in starting 9. We didn't get daily walk off for the first one. We did get 9 in the grid. Yeah, I know. I thought starting 9 was supposed to be glitchy. But we did it. That was fun. Back on the horse. Oh, look at this. Here, this is just another Gorman Thomas picture that I just happen to have right here. The stirrups are I am fining him for these stirrups. That is atrocious. That is atrocious. And cannot be stood for. Oh, here's a Hondo. There's a Hondo and a Freddie Patek picture. How about that? We were just talking about both of them. I know I've got another Gorman Thomas picture in here somewhere, but it's not right there. So, oh, excuse me. That'll be it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. We're going to record a podcast this week if we can remember how to do it. It's going to be tough, but the video of him striking out against La Roche, is it a Ephus? By the way, I reread this book like once a year. This is one of my all-time favorite baseball books. This was a book. I bought this in like junior high school, I think. What year did this come out? This book was published in 1988. So yeah, junior high school, I bought this book. And I love this. This was the first book. This was my ball 4. This is the first book that I really got to see kind of behind the scenes of Major League Baseball. And I was looking through it again because I'm doing my next story is going to be on Larry Anderson, and I figured that Larry has to be all over this book, but I have yet to find him in there. But if you ever see this book in a used bookstore, I would get it. It is so good. It is just baseball. The La Lob. There you go. It's just like player surveys before the internet. So there are, like biggest media hog. What practical joke do rookies fall for every year? What really goes on in the bullpen? How do pitchers get borderline pitches called? What pitcher doctors the ball? Most often accused. Mike Scott, check. Rick Rhoden, Don Sutton, check. Dave Smith, check. Tommy John, Nolan Ryan. Caught and suspended. Kevin Gross, Joe Nico, or Rick Honeycutt. It's just a good book. If you, especially if you like, 80s baseball, this is a really good book. All right. I will see you all on Wednesday. We're back to, well, we did it last week, but we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays again. We're back on it. I will see you all on Wednesday. Be good, stay hydrated, and that's it. Bye.